the clothes of children and of people who just burn, and it was very
shocked.
Yeah.
I see.
And there's always the threat that somebody, somewhere, sometime will do something ridiculous.
Happened, and also that we are still not at the point where this is completely out of the way, because we have still nuclear weapons, atomic weapons all over the world. So probably to help a little bit and bring some awareness.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Very good.
Where are you from?
I'm from London in the United Kingdom.
You came by your own?
Yes.
Do you do that alone? A lot?
Yes, I do. I travel all over Southeast Asia.
I see, I see. That's the freedom, the perfect style.
It is.
Going.
I like being on my own because you have the freedom of to do what you like.
What you like.
Yeah.
Why did you choose Hiroshima as one-stop place?
Because I wanted to see the atomic bomb city. I wanted to see Hiroshima. I wanted to see and learn about what happened and why, and to maybe try and see the justification of it. And clearly there isn't any. So there's nothing new there. There's no justification for dropping an atomic bomb on an inhabited city. I think when you look around and see the monuments and the people, you understand that.
We saw you standing here alone. What were you thinking?
Just reflecting, really. I've just been into the Peace Museum and had a look. And as usual, when you read about places before you get to them, it's always worse when you actually get there and have a look. And I think the thing that stood out for me was when you see all the clothing and the burned stuff and all that sort of thing, what really stands out is that how little there is compared to how many people are actually standing here when it's detonated. And although people might say, oh, there's lots of burned clothing and lots of stuff in there, no, there isn't. Compared to the millions of people that stood here when it detonated. It's quite a harrowing experience, but I think it needs to be done. I think people need to see it to understand why we should not have nuclear weapons. It's very important.
So I assume that you are against these atomic bombs. What do you think we can do to fight and try to make them disappear?
I don't think you'll ever get rid of them, and I think the problem is about power and threats. You have this current situation in the Ukraine with the Soviet Union, sorry, not Soviet Union anymore, Russia and the Ukraine, and it's very difficult to combat that because Russia is a nuclear power. I think it would be a lot easier to prevent conflict and stop conflict if we didn't have nuclear weaponry. And there's always the threat that somebody, somewhere, sometime will do something ridiculous.
After your trip ends, I guess you're going to go back home.
Mm-hmm.
Then what will you tell the people around your family, your relatives, your friends about what you see here?
Well, I'll have another argument with my brother, who's a little bit older than me, because he isn't necessarily against nuclear weaponry, and he doesn't justify the bombing of this city, but he understood it a bit more, because my brothers were separate fathers. His father fought in the Second World War in Europe, and brought back a lot of stories, and unfortunately a lot of the stories that come back are third party. And yes, prisoners of war were treated badly, of course they were, and they still are, but not to the extent that deserves the detonation of a nuclear weapon on a city. So we'll probably continue that argument, and we'll take it from there. But nobody else I know would come here, really. I don't think. I think they're more interested in other types of holiday. But I don't like this. I don't like seeing this, but I need to see it for myself, really.
I see. So, what is the best part of all your trip that you liked? What is the best memory you feel?
This is my first day in Japan, so I'm sure I'll enjoy the country. I like the Japanese people. They're very polite and they're very accommodating, and I'm sure I'll enjoy it here. But I wanted to get this out of the way. I wanted to see this. This is the difficult part. I'll
then
move
you
on
can
to
enjoy a little more.
Well, yes, I want to. It's not all going to be doom and gloom, but I wanted to see this, and I wanted to see for myself what it was really all about, and I have now. So now I'll move on, and I'll see a lot more of this country. And
ありがとうございます。Thank you very much.
Thank
Have
you.
a really good day. Hello.
Hello.
Where are you from?
France.
France. Okay. So why did you came to Japan?
In the first place is because we love Japan, we love Japan culture, I love manga, and we love the difference between France and Japan in culture, in food. We love food, Japan.
When you're not traveling, when you go back home, what do you work at? What are you doing? What do you do?
In our
What's your job?
I'm a nurse in a psychiatric hospital in Dijon, and I work with alcoholic and drugs people who wish to stop.
I see.
And she's a secretary in a police caserne.
How long are you staying in Japan?
How
long?
3 weeks.
2 weeks. I see. You guys came to Hiroshima because
History.
because history. Like, have you already seen the museum?
Yes, we go out 30 minutes ago. Heavy.
Heartwarming.
Yes.
Sad.
Photography, interview, child's clothes. Many child's clothes and child who lost their life in the bomb.
Do you guys think one day we will have a world without atomic weapons?
Unfortunately, I don't think. I think the number of countries who signed the the chart of many countries with the atomic bomb didn't sign, I believe. So I hope, but
It's difficult.
yes.
What do you think we can do to keep peace?
Manifestation, propage the history of nuclear weapon, the history of Hiroshima. It's important, I think.
For example, we have
Yes.
a lot of students, school students, who come to visit the park and the museum for a lot of schools in Japan. Do you think it's something good or something bad?
It's something good, I think. And that will be better if America, Russia and other countries like France with nuclear weapons, it's more informated from Hiroshima history, because in France, for example, it's 1 or 2 pages in a history book, but in school we don't really speak about that.
Yes. Thank you very much for the interview. I hope you enjoy your day. Hello.
Hello.
Sorry. Where are you from?
From Germany.
From Germany.
Yes.
So, you came to Hiroshima for travel?
For travel, yes.
How long are you staying in Japan?
I'm here for 2 months.
2 months?
Yes,
Where were you taking photos of?
from the flowers that were, I think, donated for the Peace Park, and here in the Hiroshima Peace Park.
Ah, nice. Have you been in the museum?
Not yet. It's the next step or the next stop I want to go.
What do you think you will see there?
I'm not sure. I've been to the Nagasaki Atomic Bomb Museum, so I think it's maybe similar. A little bit again about the history and the timeline, what happened, and about the politics behind. So probably in this direction.
I see. So we are asking also a lot of people about what do they think about what happened here. Did you know what happened here before coming?
Roughly, yes. We had it in history in the school, and of course it's horrible. But it's at the end it was at war. It's always a different situation, but it's of course a completely bad thing that happened. It's devastating.
I see. So as also we can see, we have a lot of students who come from a lot of parts of Japan to visit the Peace Park and the Peace Museum for them to understand and to know what happened here. Do you think it's something good or something bad?
I think it's always good to learn about the past history, to at least be aware of what happened. And yes, this is always good. Of course, it's in the past. It's like 80 years now from, I think, over 80 years. But to be aware of what happened in the past is always important.
Important. That you, as you can see here, like atomic bombs are something, a weapon really strong and really bad from my point of view. What do you think about atomic
I would,
weapons?
Also agree. It's a not good thing that happened in the past, and now it's of course a really complex situation, and nobody wants to use them, but also nobody wants to get rid of them because it's also like a defense mechanism. You don't attack someone who has atomic bombs, but it's not a good thing, of course.
Do you think we will have one day a war without atomic weapons?
I hope so.
What do you think us as a pretty much normal people can do to maybe one day have a war without weapons? What can we help? How can we help?
That's a good question. As an individual person, it's always hard to have influence on such big, complex topics. Maybe if we vote for the right people who then change the policies and have influence there. So I would say mostly choosing the right people to vote for.
When you go back after all your trip ends and you go back to your country and you talk to your families, relatives and friends, what are you going to talk to them about all this trip, about Hiroshima?
That's a good question. Of course, explaining again what happened and also what a bad thing here happened, and also that we are still not at the point where this is completely out of the way because we have still nuclear weapons, atomic weapons all over the world. So probably to help a little bit and bring some awareness.
Thank you very much for your time. Hello.
Hi.
Sorry, where are you from?
France.
From France.
Yeah.
From which part?
In Paris.
Paris.
Yes.
Why did you came to Japan?
I travel alone and I came just for visit the culture and for the inspiration and something like that.
I see.
Just,
How long are you staying?
I'm stay 2 months and a half. Yes.
Did you already visit the museum?
Yes, just now.
What was your impression? What do you thought?
It was very deep, very I don't know the word, but
Heartwarming.
yes, for sure. But there was a lot of students who come, so there was a lot of people. So it was an atmosphere very deep and very sad, but with a lot of people. So
It was a little stressed
yes,
with
sure,
all the people.
Yes,
I see.
Yes. But
What was the most hard thing in the museum?
the clothes of children and of people who just burn, and it was very
Shocked.
Yeah.
I
very
see.
shocked.
As you were saying, in the museum there were a lot of students
Yes, sure.
that come from a lot of parts from Japan to visit
Okay.
the museum
Okay.
to make them know and understand what happened
Okay.
for a lot of reasons. Do you think is something good or something bad?
Oh, it's a good thing, I think, because it's more concrete. It's more. It's an action, so you must see what happens in the reality of these events. So
Do you agree or disagree with atomic weapons?
Oh, if I am agree of what it's happened, no.
No. What then? Another question will be: do you think will be easy or we will be as humans able to make the weapons disappear?
I think it's a complex question, but I think that it's more comfortable to don't have atomic bomb and don't be war, but it's a little bit easy to just say, oh yes, just peace and love and something like that, but I think it's the most beautiful thing, so yes.
It's actually.
Yeah.
I see. As normal humans, what do you think we can do to keep peace?
Listen and understand everybody, or try to do that, and try to be close, yes, and have the compassion for other and understand other, and just, yes, exchange and don't be afraid of the other people and the difference.
I see.
I think.
If when you go back after all your long term here visiting,
Yes, in France.
when you go back to
Yes.
France,
Oh yeah.
so when you see your friends, family, relatives, what are you going to tell them about Hiroshima?
But it's a good question. I think that it's very interesting to be in the war and with the atrocity of the war.
Yeah.
It's very interesting to go to Hiroshima. It's very deep. So yes, I recommend them to go here if they go to the Japan.
I see.
Very...
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Enjoy it. Take care.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So where are you from?
We're from New Mexico.
Oh, New Mexico. That's. Why did you came to Japan?
So we came to visit Japan because I lived here a long time ago, and we just took a vacation. We thought we'd see some sights, and I lived in Hiroshima for a little time, about 7 months, and so I wanted to show my wife some of these areas where I lived.
I see. So
Yeah.
what are you working there? So what is your job? What do you do?
I am a dentist.
dentist.
Yes.
Ooh,
I'm a stay-at-home mom.
that's the perfect. That's the hardest one.
It is.
Is
it is.
it?
And
Is
so
it?
good. So rewarding.
Yeah. This is your first day here in Hiroshima.
Yes.
Yes, I see. So, and today, I assume you guys are going to visit the Peace Park, Peace Museum.
We just visited the
finished.
museum.
Oh, okay. Then perfect. So, what do you think about the museum? What is the best part or worst
So,
part?
It surprised me how emotional I got when I got in there. It was very sobering.
Yeah.
There's a little map that shows the land, and it showed before the bomb, and it showed nice, peaceful and green, and then it showed the effects of the bomb, and it's just wasted, and that was very emotional for me to see. That was hard that people would choose to do that.
How about you?
I'm so glad that they have that here. I just hope more people come to visit and think about the choices they make and the impact they have, because it made me think about world leaders making difficult choices, sure, but very far away, and the very far away choice they made absolutely impacted millions of lives, and you have to be incredibly careful about what we choose to do.
I see. Then, what do you think can we do to keep peace, for example, like as a pretty much normal humans?
I think everyone should come visit this place.
Yeah.
That would be a good start to see the effects of what the devastation it can do. I don't know. Beyond that, I don't know.
I don't know, there was one little section of the museum that I found interesting. They kind of highlighted people from other cultures that had also been affected, whether that was American POWs, or I believe there were some German priests and things. And
the Korean
I think,
guy.
I just think we, at the end of the day, are all human beings. And if we can
Just help each other.
and look to being kind, no matter what we look like, or religion, or creed, or anything, that can do so much just in our small way to make a difference.
I see. For example, when you guys were young and you were studying in school, did the teacher explain what happened here, or did you know this about after you grow up?
I learned that in school, probably as a teenager.
Because we were asking, and there are countries who don't teach these things because they are more focused. For example, if you go to Europe, they are focused in like Europe side of World War II, and they didn't know about this. So I see.
I guess America, because they fought on both fronts of World War II, I feel like in school you learned both the European and the Japanese front of the war. But I think, sometimes we're more concerned with our own tragedies than other people's, and I think it's a good idea to understand other people's too.
Then do you think it will be easy to try to eliminate all the atomic bombs that exist now?
I don't think it'll be easy.
No.
But I think it's worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, especially after seeing this. So.
How can we try to make them disappear?
I think electing good, peaceful leaders would be a good start.
Yeah.
That's something difficult.
Yes.
Yes, that's very difficult.
Yeah.
And sometimes just starting small, having a voice. And good things can grow from that.
And if you have a voice, what will you say? Like to make people think or understand?
I think one of the interesting things is we have 4 kids, and I think when we go home, that will be a conversation that I start with them and hope that they promote that in their school groups and with their friends, and that would be a good place for me to start.
Really good
Exactly.
thing.
I agree
Really
with that.
good thing. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.